Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, in this video, I'm going to go through the 3 main skills that you need as an SMMA owner, and more specifically as an Ecomm SMMA owner. The 3 skills that you need in order to be successful and actually build a 6 and then a multiple 6-figure SMMA. Just before we jump into the video, make sure you go ahead, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. That being said, let's jump straight into the video. So I'm not gonna waste any of your time, okay? I'm just gonna get straight into it. First things first, the first thing that you need, and okay, I'll just let you know, right? It's sales. Sales skills and the ability to, be on a call and be confident. And the reason why I'm a bit hesitant to say sales skills is because it's not specifically sales skills as most would, normally think that it is. The way that I look at it is just the ability to be able to talk confidently and the ability to be able to speak to business owners as, business owner to business owner. Because at the end of the day, and you'll see that this really is a reoccurring theme throughout this video, is that at the end of the day, an SMMA is a real legit business. And if you've seen any of my videos previously or you watch me consistently, you'll know that that's something that I'm really big on, is making, changing people's mindsets from SMMA being this thing that you can do on the side and make a bit of money or make a quick buck, right? I'm trying to change people to stop looking at SMA like that and look at it as an actual business that it really is. And given that it's an actual business, you need to be able to speak to businesses as business owner to business owner and understand people's situations, and that kind of falls under something that we like to call active listening as well. Listening is just as, if not more, important than speaking sometimes in sales situations. And that's an ability that you must make sure that you have in order to actually be successful, in order to actually build a 6-figure agency. I don't want this video to just be me saying you need this, this, and this. I actually want it to be valuable. So one way that I personally found that really helped increase my the way that I speak, the way that I handle myself on a sales call with a client, the way, my sales ability as a whole, is by just continuously putting yourself in those situations. Like, building that experience is so important. Getting comfortable being in those situations is the best way, at least for me. You guys know I only ever talk about personal experience, or talk from personal experience, what's worked for me in the past, what's working for me right now, etc, etc. And as I say, when I was starting out, the way that I built that sales ability, if you like, is by just consistently putting myself in those situations. When I was starting out, I hated going on sales calls. Absolutely hated it. Heart would honestly race so much. I was so nervous. I knew I was nervous. I could hear myself being nervous on the sales call. I could hear my voice kind of like shaking, and it just wasn't good. But because I kept pushing through, I kept putting myself in those situations where I was uncomfortable, where I knew I needed to get better at. That's what eventually happened, right? I eventually got better at being in those situations. Now when I go on a sales call, I don't even think about it. Basically, now when I go on a sales call, I look at the business and I see if we can help them, and then I hop on the call and I just speak to them. Like, it's just so natural now, but it's only because I've put myself in that situation or those situations so many times that now I've got that first skill that you need to build an SMMA, right? Now I've got that first skill to build a 6-figure agency, a multiple and a 7-figure agency, etc., which is sales. I've now got that because I put myself in those situations so often. I got comfortable being uncomfortable at the start, and now it's just kind of second nature. And so that's what you really need to do. Build that experience. That's how you develop this first skill of kind of sales ability, the ability to talk, the ability to just have a conversation, business owner to business owner. And also that kind of ties in, I'm not gonna go into it in this video, but that kind of ties in with being able to sign high ticket clients as well. You're never gonna sign a high ticket client, and you're never gonna sign a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 per month retainer, per month contract if you're super nervous, if your voice is shaking, if you're not comfortable, you're not gonna do it. So that kind of ties in with that as well. Now, moving on to the second point, the second skill that you need to be able to adopt in order to build a 6 or multiple 6-figure agency. And tying back in with what I said at the start of the video, you'll see a reoccurring theme, and that is that SMMA is a real legit business. And because of that, point 2, or the second skill that you need to adopt is managerial skills. because SMMA is a real business, in real businesses, people work for somebody, or people, work for, or they have a boss or whatever it is. And if you're in the Quantum Agency program, you'll know the importance. You'll heard me talk about this so many times, that you want to build a business that's going to last the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, longer than that, right? You're not trying to build a business that's going to generate you a quick buck. There's no point. There's no point. You want it to look in your agency in 5-year stints as opposed to 5-month stints. And because of that, you're gonna have to hire people. You're gonna have to bring people on board who, help build your agency to something that's a lot better than you would have been able to build it just on your own. Okay, namely the first thing that, for the most part, that you'll bring on board is a media buyer. Then you may bring on an appointment setter. Then you may bring on these other people. But in order to build a team, in order to build an agency that runs very, very efficiently, very effective, and at the end of the day, it's just a good business, you have to have managerial skills. You have to be able to manage people. You have to be able to understand people. And this is something, in full transparency, I'm nowhere near where I know I need to be, because it's all, it's very, very new. Managing people is something that's, 30-year-olds who have been in business for 10 years still struggle with, and it's something that really never ends. You want to focus on how to manage people. You want to be able to manage people effectively. And the best thing, and this is something that I have worked on rigorously, is to be able to manage people, to get the most out of them, but as well keep them very happy on their end. Once you get that down packed, that's when your agency, your team really, starts to work cohesively, and that's when you start to really scale to those just next level heights of, 7 figures, etc., etc. Now, the third and final skill that you need to adopt in order to build a 6 and then multiple 6-figure e-commerce, SMMA, or just an SMMA as a whole, the ability to stay calm in tense situations. This kind of stems across all businesses, in full transparency. Like, this isn't just SMMA at all. This is basically just business as a whole, and that's just the ability to stay calm in tense situations. Again, this is something else that I'm still actively working on. I mean, I'm still actively working on everything, right? But this one more so than anything else, I'm still actively working on just building that ability to stay calm in tense situations, because I still have my moments where I'm like, oh my God, like, whatever's happened, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is it. Like, is this like the end of my age? Not all the time, they're not very frequent, but sometimes I find myself slipping up. So I'm still working on this, and just know that this is something that you need to be able to do. You need to be able to stay calm in tense situations. If you take one thing from this video, it's this one, because this is gonna be able to build just a level head within your agency and within your business as a whole. When everybody else is freaking out, when everybody else is like worried or whatever it is, you need to be the one who's got that level head. You need to be the one that is able to calm everybody down. And I'm talking in your team here more so than like clients as well. Obviously, it does stem across the clients, and that's super important that you make sure that everything runs smoothly with your clients, but also within your team as well. It's just, you just need to build that ability to be able to, just calm everyone down, just let everybody take a breather, and then you can focus, logically on what to do next, as opposed to, focus emotionally on what to do next. Any action taken in business, and honestly in life as a whole, I don't want to get too like, crazy here or whatever, but like just basically any decision made off of the back of like emotions is never a good decision. An emotionally charged decision is never a good decision in the end. So the ability to have a calm level kind of state of mind in tense situations, in times where everything looks as though it's going against you, you need to build just that calm, relaxed state of mind, and and make your decisions off the back of a logical mind, off the back of a logical mindset, as opposed to an emotional one, because as I say, any emotionally charged decisions are never good in the end. And as I say, this is something that I'm massively still working on. This is probably my worst trait within business, is just because it's probably happens to me around once a month, which is not good whatsoever. And I'm just being very open with you guys. Like, it still happens to me. Probably around, as I say, like once a month, there's a couple days a month where I'm just, if something bad happens, and only if like bad things do happen in that month. Not every month terrible things happen, but like sometimes, just whatever it is, whether it's clients, whether it's new clients, whether it's, I don't know, accounting, just certain things are just kind of like, not flip, but I just look negatively at everything. And that's because I'm still trying to work on building that ability to stay calm in tense situations. And this is something that I've really only noticed how important it is once I've gotten to multiple six figures. Up until that point, I was just not really thinking about that side. I was always thinking about how to make more money, or how to get to the next stage, or how to go from 6 to multiple six figures, or whatever. Now that I'm here, this is something now that I'm really starting to realize how powerful it is, and actually how much it directly correlates to making more money or going to the next level or whatever it is. Even though it's not directly correlated, like you do this and you make more, overall, looking at the business as a whole, it's a huge skill that you need to build. And honestly, at the end of the day, it will serve you tremendously well. So as I say, a couple of these I'm still working on, really all of them, but definitely those final two I'm working on more so: managerial skills and staying calm in tense situations. But for me, those three things are honestly the skills that you need to build, or that you need to adopt, and you need to make sure that you're focusing on in order to build a 6 or multiple six-figure agency. And as I say, these skills that I've gone through in this video, they're not strictly to SMMA. In fact, they're probably, all of them probably stem across just business as a whole. And at the end of the day, SMMA, when you're building an SMMA, you should be looking at it as you building an actual, real, legit business, not like a quick fad thing, or a quick it's definitely not like a drop shipping Shopify business. We're building a real business here at the end of the day, and you got to look at it through those eyes, and so because of that, we've got to build real legit business skills in order to succeed at the highest level. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. A bit of a different one, I think, not as tactical, not as step-by-step for building an e-com SMMA, which majority of you guys know, this channel is based around e-commerce SMMA and social media marketing in the e-commerce niche. So as I say, it's a slightly different video, but I think it can still massively help you. And it's just some thoughts that I'm having right now. I like to build videos on the channel around thoughts that I'm currently having, around things that are actively happening at this moment in time in my life and in the world and whatnot. And as I say, these are some things that I'm thinking about in my own life right now at the point of recording this. So I hope it helped just at least one of you. If more, that's amazing. And as always, guys, if you enjoy the video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.